Pete, if there's anything we've known now for quite some time, and President Biden has talked about it from quite some time, we've known we need tests given how we're dealing with COVID. There is no excuse for President Biden to fall so short over this holiday season when it comes to testing, yet he has. But the reaction, Pete, has just not had the same tone that it had under President Trump from the media.
Well, why would it? Of course, they're the communications arm of the White House. That's what the so-called mainstream media is. So President Trump is totally blindsided, as is the rest of the country, by the China virus. So we don't have a stockpile of tests for this particular virus. They work as hard as they can to get the vaccine and the tests. Here we are almost 2 years later. Joe Biden said he would crush the virus. He knew the Christmas season was coming. We all knew another variant was possible, and yet they're not prepared for the test. This is called a test you could have been studying for a year, and you decided not to. The other thing that kills me here, Brian, is we're talking about cases. Cases is not the number that matters. It's hospitalizations, illnesses, and deaths. And thankfully, with Omicron, that's a different standard. Yet here we are. Test everybody as if that's going to get us out of this. That is not how we get out of this.
Yeah, Pete, I think it probably has to do with the fact that most people can look at this lack of test issue and say, you should have gotten on top of this one, Mr. President. Yeah. I think that's why Gallup polls are revealing, this is interesting, President Biden's 43% approval rating now stands lower than Vice President Kamala Harris for the first time. And also Dr. Fauci. Pete, I think it keeps coming back to the competence issue. It just doesn't look like this president is on top of what he needs to be on top of.
No, and that number actually is good for Biden compared to other numbers that have him in the 30s, and good for Kamala Harris that have her in the 20s and 30s. So that Fauci number, who are those 52% of people? I think they're those that have already deemed him the Pope of science. So it is a reflection of the fact that ideologically, as you mentioned, Brian, he went with the far left from the beginning. But the competency is what people see. There is what's on our screen right now. That's Joe Biden in a fake White House. He's in a fake White House that is a set that has a giant teleprompter in front of him so that he can read what other people write for him. And ultimately, over time, that starts to wear off and people start to realize who's really in charge. So he's ideologically left-wing and not in charge. Those numbers are going to go lower, unfortunately. I don't see any other way.
Yeah. And again, you look at that image right there. You look at how badly he's fallen short on the promises he made. And granted, the promises he made were way off base. You are not going to shut down this virus. But he has failed so miserably. People understand mistakes, but they do not like it when you deny. And it comes at the cost of people's livelihood. That's what we're dealing with right now. Pete, we're out of time. I got to leave it there, brother. It's always good to see you. Thanks for joining us today.